And now we look at where JUUL is today with the advertising, and they say, oh, well, now we want to be a smoking cessation device. Now we're an alternative for people that get off of JUUL, and we never want to create it. Well, they have to say that. Why do they have to say it? Because now they have a multi-district litigation that's just been centralized against them for addicting the youth, for these false advertising, for this deceptive advertising, for hooking youth, for totally ignoring all of the rules about tobacco, for not putting any warnings about whether or not it can cause cancer, for not putting any warnings about the addictiveness, for not really disclosing, truly the amount of nicotine or how the nicotine is in there. And when you get into that, they've had to change and turn their whole course to say, well, now we're an alternative. And it's a key word, in law and in advertising, words matter a lot. And so the word that they've gone with is alternative. And what alternative means, when you hear it, you go, oh, maybe that means like if you're trying to quit smoking, you have this, you use this. And what I would call that is a smoking cessation device. They're very careful not to say that because it's never been what they marketed. What they mean is that it's an alternative. You can buy cigarettes or you can buy JUUL, and you can start on one of these products. You can start on either one. They're alternatives. They're not either or. Which, when you look at, in our world, in product liability, we look at what's called the risk analysis, risk utility of a product. What is the risk utility of a product? And when you weigh JUUL, you say, what is the benefit, the utility of creating a nicotine device that can deliver a nicotine dose, 3-5 times as much as a cigarette, that has flavors that would appeal to youth, that they become addicted to nicotine, that we have other flavors and additives in there that we don't know what they do. We don't know the long-term effects. We don't have any studies about what they do, but we know that this can deliver nicotine to a group of naive nicotine users, people that would never smoke. What is the benefit of that over the risk that we could addict a whole generation to nicotine, that we don't know the long-term consequences, that we have strokes, that we have respiratory illnesses, that we have deaths that are coming from vaping? How could you ever balance that? The truth is you can't. And they know that, and that's why they're trying to change the narrative now. JUUL's been bought by a company called Altria. And if you don't know Altria, you can Google them and look them up. What they are is big tobacco. They are a cigarette company, and they got deals going with Philip Morris right now that just fell through, if you saw that in the paper. Altria has actually displaced the CEO of JUUL, and they've put in one of their executives into the CEO spot. One of Altria's executives, a tobacco executive, now runs JUUL. When they came in and put in their billions of dollars, their $12 billion investment into JUUL, what's the first thing they did? They went to the marketing people. They went to the guys that had got all these kids addicted, that had all the Instagram, that had the great idea to go to the cartoons and start advertising where their base was, the under 26 and really the under 18. And they gave them $1 million bonuses, walking through the advertising department. Just here you go, here you go, here you go. This is a tobacco dream. As they watch their sales and their users literally die off and they need to fill a new crop, here comes JUUL. Here comes JUUL bringing in the kids. And they couldn't be happier. So happy they put a $12 billion investment in. There's a gold rush to get into this thing.